We had a guest today, and for the second time, this guest flaked out. That's right.
Wag of the finger for that person.
Do we do a 3 strikes and you're out, or is that it? We're done with this one.
I don't know. I feel like fuera. I feel like 2 strikes. Yeah, straight out.
Guys, let us know. Do you think that we should allow people to come back if they flake? And this isn't just like, she didn't give us notice.
No.
2 times in a row at the very last minute. I'm not going to come.
Something came up. No, that's not right.
Yeah.
That is not right.
Something's out of alignment.
Something's out of alignment. So our guest for the evening are our friends, Matt Buck, welcome back to the pod.
Cheers.
And Vega, welcome back to the pod.
What up?
Well, guys.
Do you think that people should not, I'm not, this isn't an opinion of me.
Yeah.
I'm just, you know how there's no 13th floor in hotels?
Yeah.
Should you not say that you've been tattooing for 13
For
years?
13 years. Number 13.
I don't see why not.
I've been tattooing for 12 years and 14 months.
That's so annoying.
Yeah.
That's like the moms are like, oh, this is my daughter, Aubrey. She's 37 months old.
I know, dude. Yeah. Somebody hit me with that the other day, and I had to do like, God damn, I gotta do this.
Yeah.
Anyways, what's been up in the tattoo world lately? I'll tell you guys something that I saw this week multiple times, and it surprised me. People using AI to create tattoo concepts that look like tattoos already on an arm that they want to tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How does that work, though? If someone says, yeah, I want to do that, is there AI tools to flatten it to make a 2D image that you can then, like, how are they drawing that off of the model?
I have no idea.
Do you feel that's setting people up for like, oh man, it's not as good as that mock-up you showed me?
So funny that you say that because today I saw a post of a tattooer and it was the first thing was engaging. It was like a picture of like an AI kind of dude, warrior guy, you know? Mm-hmm. And that was like the person like, yo, can you do something like this? And they were like, yeah, you know? And then the next thing was something that looked like it, but the AI version was definitely better.
Mm.
It was it looked smooth, like it looked like over the,
yeah.
Not that it couldn't be done smooth already, like, you know, but that guy definitely didn't have AI chops like the AI.
Yeah.
Can make it look buttery smooth.
I mean, that could happen even without AI generating the image, though.
For sure.
Right? Like, if you're not that great of a tattooer, you're not that great of a tattooer.
I know. It is what it's going to be. It's even more like thing. But I'm like, how many people are going to jump on that and try to do?
You got to worry about the people who are going to post those pictures saying, like, look what I did.
Look what I did.
I mean, we've seen that.
Yeah.
We've seen people claiming that they did, like putting those things like as if it's in their portfolio. And yeah, things that are clearly tattoos and it's abysmal. And it's like, who are you fooling with this? Why are you doing this?
You know, that this is the 2025 version of when people used to steal other people's photos and just put it right in their own portfolio.
Yeah.
Like, check out this tattoo I did. You want something like this? I could do something like this.
Yeah.
And then they try to tattoo something like that and it's awful.
Yeah.
So it's been happening for a long time. It's nothing new.
It's kind of like the new level of that.
Yeah.
It's a new level unlocked for this kind of shit.
Have you ever had anybody steal one of your pictures and put it in their portfolio?
I don't think so. No, I haven't had the honor.
I had one tattoo that I did a long time ago, and it wasn't even anything like crazy. Actually, my client designed it. It was the New York Yankees logo, and inside it was the freedom lights from the Twin Towers. So it was like the New York City skyline. Everything was all black, just little white dots here and there to show windows, and then like the 2 beams of light going up from where the Twin Towers were, all inside the Yankees logo.
Damn, how the heck?
It was a really cool tattoo. I was proud of it. Nothing that I would ever like want to do.
Yeah.
But it was a cool tattoo. This was like really early on in my career too. I think this had to have been like 2009 that I did this tattoo. Maybe.
Do you still have a picture of it?
I'm sure somewhere on my computer. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably still in your portfolio from 2017.
Yeah, probably. Right? But that tattoo was like the first tattoo of mine that went viral. And a lot of people tried to copy that tattoo. I saw a bunch of like really haggard copies of that.
Yeah.
But there was a couple of claims that I heard people telling me like, oh dude, I saw your photo in this guy's portfolio. Wow. And it was always that New York Yankees tattoo. What's funny too is that like, it wasn't my design, so I didn't really care that much.
Yeah.
It's for the people.
But if it was my design, I would have definitely been pretty cheesed about it.
Yeah. I mean, I know we've had the conversation about people copying your tattoos, and does that upset you or does that flatter you? And I know where you stand on that. I used to be pretty like tight about that. If someone would copy a tattoo that I did, and especially if they did a worse job. But now I don't care.
I actually,
that much.
I think,
you know, that's just it. That feels like something that's so prevalent in the history of tattooing.
In the history of like art.
Well, I was going to say tattooing, especially, but like art.
And in tattooing, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like you look at, there's, we'll probably have a Jamie pull it up moment when we edit this, but like, there's a famous painting of Adam and Eve by Titian and then one by Rubens, and they're like 90% similar. I think Rubens just changed a pose on one of them slightly, but it's almost bang on.
You said something funny that you, how did you word this before? That would you be more upset or less upset if they copied your work and it was, they did worse than you did? Would you?
Oh, we were talking about that like on a previous episode.
No, you just said it now.
Oh, I just said it now.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
I
used to be upset if I saw someone copy a design that I did,
and they did
especially if they like did a bad job of it.
Would you be more upset if they did a better job than you?
They
did,
nailed it.
Yeah, right. Like, oh man, they copied my tattoo and did it better than I did it.
No, I'd be like, damn. I'm gonna have to remember to do that. I'm like, oh, that's where I could improve. That's cool. Like, but now, like, I don't care if they copy. If they do a better job of it, I'm like, hats off to you.
Yeah, I don't know. I still feel funny about it. It's just change something. Change anything about it. Just do something. Make it, a little bit different.
I mean, yeah. Would I change something? Yeah. I'm not, gonna say on camera that I would copy something 100% unless it was like straight up Pinterest thing, but
exactly.
I have more fun putting my own touch into it. And if it's the kind of piece that's like, clearly like a custom thing that somebody wants, like that somebody spent a lot of time doing, and a client's like, oh, I want this exactly. Like they're usually the kind of person that wants something kind of custom anyway, if they're looking at something like that.
Yeah. I had a piece a while ago get copied a bunch of times. It was a raven with a sunflower. And this tattoo was a cover up. And the tattoo that we covered up was that the triangle thing. Was it from Harry Potter?
The Harry Potter thing.
The triangle, the cape, never mind.
There's a very distinct triangular shape inside the sunflower that should not be there. But I kind of formed the petals to kind of go with the shape of that original triangle. Had it been a regular tattoo, not a cover up, I would have never designed it this way, but it worked for the cover up. It's obvious it's a cover up, but whatever. And people are copying that tattoo
with the triangle
in it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, like, what the fuck, man?
You don't even got to do that.
That's like the famous Batman like chest piece with the Joker and whatnot that gets copied as a sleeve on someone else, and the nipple gets copied as part of the tattoo on the guy's sleeve, so he's gets like a nipple tattooed onto the shoulder.
Perfect copy machine tattoo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, going back to AI generated mock-ups for tattoos and copying someone's work, copying a piece that you didn't create, right? And not changing anything. That's, I think, one of the biggest issues that I have with AI generated tattoo concepts, especially when a really talented artist uses that and then doesn't change a thing, and it's just a copy machine with the AI generated piece. I mean, there's this one dude I saw tattoos in Israel, and it's phenomenal, black and gray and color as well, realism. It was like an AI generated Mozart as a DJ, and
Interesting.
yeah, with like laser light shows and a crowd.
Oh yeah, that thing looks crazy. And I remember that.
Turntable, yeah, and it's like really well tattooed, but you can smell the mid journey just oozing off of this design.
How long ago was this done?
Maybe a year
ago,
and a half
in the very beginning of Midjourney, like something like.
Do you think that if he did that now, you'd be able to tell? Do you think you'd be able to smell the Midjourney now? Because it's gotten so much better.
Much better.
I haven't messed with it in a long time. Like I only was messing with it like at the beginning, and like it just wasn't doing what I wanted it to.
Yeah,
so
it's hard
but like I mean. Probably, I mean, if it's as good as like that whole Google video generator thing, then like probably not. Though you can tell those Google generated videos, they have a look to them.
Yeah.
Now, but this DJ thing, like the turntable doesn't make any sense. Like the buttons on Mozart's costume don't make any sense. So it's like, if you got a reference that's like
almost
got all
there.
these flaws, like why not? And you're such a you know, you're a skilled craftsman. Maybe you can't draw all that.
I think that's exactly what it is.
But like, doesn't it look wrong to you? Like, can't you see?
I think when
like what's off, and then like reference something that's like a little not as off. Like if you before Midjourney, what were you doing? You're probably like taking Photoshop images. Maybe you were collaging them.
We've talked about this before, where when we've talked about tracing, that it's one thing to trace an image and like disconnect your brain to the image and just literally photocopy it.
Put a nipple there where you don't need it.
And then it's another thing to like trace an image and learn while you're doing it.
Yeah.
And probably someone like this guy, just throughout his entire art career, has just been tracing stuff and training his hand and his eye to just, I'm going to make this look exactly like that, and never really learned anything about like drawing. Mm-hmm. So he's just whatever he sees, he just copies.
Maybe, I don't know. But then there's dudes that can draw, that copy something and they don't see what's quite wrong with it, or maybe they do, and instead of saying, did I really see that right? Or that doesn't make sense, let me change that. They just go off the reference because, it was like that in the reference. I think the most clear example that I can think of that would be, there was a season of Ink Master where somebody was doing a tattoo of a Buddha on
Oh yeah, I remember.
and the Buddha's hands, they were like twisted like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and they were
The thumbs were in the wrong direction.
Yeah,
And like the reference image was like probably like a pretty low quality pixelated image, not that much contrast on. I think it was like from a carving or something, so you couldn't quite see, And these thumbs in the reference looked kind of like pinkies, so he
flipped them
drew
around.
drew them like pinkies. Didn't bother to think like, those should be thumbs if the hands are like that, right? And, well, it was like that in the reference. Like, that's my excuse for doing that.
So shout out.
You can draw.
Yeah. Shout out to our sponsor, Tattoo Smart. They have a brush pack called Ladyfingers. And it's a bunch of hands in all different positions. Sometimes they're holding things. But one issue with them that I could see a lot of people getting in trouble with is that they'll have a pose with the thumb on one side, but not that same pose with the thumb on the other side. Oh. So you can get yourself into a lot of trouble if you like, oh man, I really like this.
Put the hand right there.
Put this hand position on a model or whatever, but it being like the wrong direction.
Maybe what they could also do, if they do an update to that, is include like a little L or R at the bottom.
Yeah,
of
that's good.
This thing.
Yeah, because you can't just like mirror image that either. That doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Yep. Or we can just AI them and just have like 2 fingers meshed in, extra one.
If you flip your picture the other way around.
But no, it doesn't work.
It still don't
It
work.
don't work that way.
Because it's a stamp, right? It's a stamp that
stamp.
only faces one direction.
Yeah. Because if you have the picture of, let's say, the thumb pointing to the left,
Yeah.
and you mirror image it, it's not going to flip the hand. So now you're looking at the palm.
Yeah.
It's just going to flip the whole thing.
I'm saying like but if you flipped it to be the opposite hand, right? Then it would be correct, wouldn't it?
Who's on first?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be correct? Am I tripping?
It sounds like it would be correct, but I don't think it would be correct.
Like, I don't trust it.
But before we go off topic, this actually all leads into something that I wanted to talk about. So Photoshop came out with a new feature that's in their beta version of Photoshop right now that Vega and I were just playing around with called Harmonize. And what this does, which could be cool for realism artists to kind of like collage pieces together. And you know how like sometimes let's say you want to do a lady head with a tiger headdress. You're going to find a reference of a lady head, and then you're going to find a reference of a tiger, Photoshop them together, put one on top of the other. They're not going to have the same lighting. They're not going to have the same shadows and whatever. So the harmonize button actually takes those two images and changes the lighting, changes the shadows. If it's colored, they'll make all the colors harmonize together.
Dang.
So it looks like the photo was shot in the same environment.
That's incredible, dude.
It's really, really cool. Some people are going to hate it because, you're...
What? What? Oh.
But I think that was a really, really cool add-on.
You mean you can't just go find a tiger and a lady and take a picture of it yourself, bro?
It's like the traditional tattooer meme, like about light sources being the enemy or the weakness. Like, who cares?
Who cares?
So what do you think about that? If now that there's AI assisting you to change the lighting and your coloring to make your collages more harmonized?
I think that's awesome for people that do that sort of stuff with their process.
Do you feel the same way about that as you do generating an image from scratch?
No, I think I'd probably feel a little bit different. With collage, you are being a little more intentional with your decisions about what you're choosing to put together. It feels like there's more of a person's hand in composing it than putting together a prompt and seeing what the machine spits out.
Yeah. So I'm thinking about when Ruben was here last year, we actually were talking about this, and he was saying he doesn't care that all the light sources and the shadows are different because that's where he uses his artistic license to kind of adjust it and make it his own style.
Yeah. Well, one thing that you can do now is like you can draw something and you don't even have to like fully render it. And you can give your drawing to ChatGPT or Midjourney. I don't know if you can do it with Midjourney, but I know you can do it with ChatGPT. You can give it your drawing and you can make it look in whatever style you want, it'll take your initial drawing and composition and then like refine it, Yeah. Like if you want this to look like, make this drawing look like a freaking Pixar movie, it's going to turn into that or into like all the other like styles or a painting, Renaissance painting, or probably even a tattoo. Like if you want directly to go as make it look like a tattoo, but it could be just your drawing.
Yeah.
And the better your drawing is, the better it can gather the information to see kind of what you want out of it. And it'll do it, which is wild.
Is this new? Yeah.
What the heck is that?
It's an effing spider. It's an
What is
effing
that?
spider.
Oh, is that the one Rich did?
Yeah, that's my best friend Rich for my birthday. I made him tattoo me.
It looks like a little bottle. From here, it looks like a little bottle.
It's like a little bottle. Okay, I took that.
You see it like a little bottle?
Yeah, it's like that, right? Yeah.
Your friend who doesn't tattooed that?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Vega, that's better than the tattoos that you do.
Oh, yeah. I was pissed off when he finished it. I was like,
You're
this is
like,
actually
"Why,
pretty good. He did not hesitate to pull that machine. Like, he was like, fuck yeah, let's do it. But yeah, that was fun.
Blasting lines, bro.
Yeah, blasting lines. Like, he got a little shaky, but shout outs to Rich. That was the best birthday gift I can ever get.
Better to blow out than to fade away.
Right. Better to blow out. But at least, look, no blowout.
That's solid.
Right?
Steadfast Tattoo Supply, owned and operated by professional working tattoo artist Frankie Porcelli, demanding top-performing materials, from the highest quality pigments and medical supplies to tailor-made needles and cartridges with true line weights. Steadfast also specializes in custom machines built from scratch in-house and offers professional or group machine building seminars. Steadfast does everything to keep you and your clients covered. Steadfast, supplies that work as hard as you do.
More AI news.
We got
Actually, I do have another AI news. Do you still use Jotform? Does anybody use Jotform still?
I use Jotform right now.
no, we haven't used Jotform in a while.
I still use Jotform for my requests. And now Jotform has an integration with Gmail called, what is it called? Agent Gmail or Gmail Agent. And if you get a request or if you get any kind of email, Agent Gmail will now, it's like your own personal AI agent. It'll respond.
Great.
It'll respond to your emails for you. It learns your talking patterns and all that, and it'll respond to these people on your behalf and make it sound just like you. It'll go through all your previous conversations and learn.
Get your style.
Get your style, but also like get your answers too for like your
Correct.
most commonly asked questions and all that.
That's phenomenal.
And it'll save everything into a drafts folder, so it won't actually send anything to the people that they're talking to.
So you can check
You can
it.
just check it, make sure that it's actually what you want it to say. But it could definitely save a bunch of time.
That's
especially for
phenomenal.
all the questions that people constantly ask over and over again. Like, oh man, I got to answer this one again.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really good.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I feel like, yeah, that's a use of AI that I'm cool with.
Yeah.
Like it's for like clerical work, you know? Like
Yeah,
bunch
like,
of
there's
clerical
that
work.
whole quote about like, man, we thought AI was gonna like, take all the crappy jobs that no one, wants to do, so we'd have more time to do the fun stuff. But instead, it's like taking up all the art jobs, the
Yeah.
fun things that we want to do. So I feel like that's a good use of it. And when would I feel like, all right, I'll use AI to make this tattoo design, or to help out with this tattoo design, or to do the lighting for me in this thing. And it feels like it could become way too much of a crutch
Yeah.
to use that, and that it becomes a pretty slippery slope of like, oh, I'm in a time crunch, I just need to use it to save some time on that. I feel like I'd only use it on like projects that I didn't care about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you going to get better at something by doing less of it? How are you going to get better at drawing and learning how to render things by doing less of it and handing it off to an AI to do it for you?
Well, I said it last week. I don't think that people who do stuff like that want to get better.
Yeah, like they don't want to necessarily get better at the drawing aspect of it.
They want to get faster.
They want to get faster at being able to start their giant back piece project that they're gonna trace or whatever.
Yeah, I guess like if you're doing it just because you want to make more money with it, like, okay, that's totally valid. But like as someone who values art and learning how to be a better artist, like that just rubs me in all the wrong ways.
Yeah.
It's like the shortcuts you shouldn't be taking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you can definitely learn a lot by tracing at the beginning of learning how to draw. I mean, when I was a little kid, I used to trace monster designs out of books, but if you never really get past the tracing phase, stagnate.
Even the realism artists, like in the beginning, maybe a lot of them do trace maybe some images and stuff like that. But over time, I feel like almost every realism artist that I've seen, like their evolution kind of turns to them trying to like just draw on skin and just make it happen, like they want to be like the Robert Hernandez, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They just like just loose and just go with what you feel and make it look sick.
Yeah, I mean, my background is in illustration, and I remember learning about Dean Cornwell when I was in college, who was a phenomenal American illustrator from a little past the golden age of illustration. So like I think he was like in the 50s or 40s or 50s. He wouldn't bring in models until he had a pretty well sketched out design. Then the model was there just to get the details and the information that
You couldn't
could
get
just
otherwise,
pull
yeah.
out of his head from having drawn tons and tons and tons of models before and doing all what would be the equivalent of like all the tracing and copying and tracing of, you know, someone working off of photographs and reference like that. Now, kind of crazier than that would be someone like James Montgomery Flagg, who you probably know his most famous work. It's called I Want You. It's Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam.
Yeah. And he hated photographs, would not use them. It was like, it's not legitimate art.
Don't use photographs.
Yeah, unless you had the model in front of you. If you're working off a photograph, you're not.
Oh, dang.
You're not.
He's like, real
doing-
life
doing
only.
Crap. Yeah. Yeah. Those guys could draw and paint circles
could fucking
around
do it.
pretty much anybody
Yeah.
today, you know, and was it by doing less?
No, it was doing way more.
Yeah. So
Here's the thing the issue that I have with learning from tracing as like your only source of education is you might get the muscle memory to then be able to draw the image that you traced 100 times without having to trace it.
yeah.
But now let's say you want to rotate that picture. Let's say you're tracing a skull, side view, or even 3/4 view skull, right? You traced the skull 10 times. Now you got it down. You could do that 3/4 view skull without the tracing.
Yeah.
But now let's say you want it to maybe just look up just an inch or two.
Move up to the left.
Yeah. Now what? Like
Yeah.
all that tracing didn't really do good for you if you don't know how to like rotate things in space.
Yeah. Well, that's why you don't only do tracing, but you also learn the rules of perspective.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So I don't like AI becoming a crutch to base all your designs off of for this. Maybe it'll become too much of a crutch with doing communications with clients, and then you become so accustomed to that that no one really knows how to interact in real life, and we all just give each other like a Gen Z stare.
Oh no.
Having even an AI agent can, depending on how you use it, if you're not paying attention or if you start just automating everything, if everything then starts sounding very robotic, which if you've had an assistant at one point or another, they get to they want to start copying and pasting things and stuff like that. And then like everything feels dry.
Yeah.
Right. But I think that AI now has gotten really good about just faking emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gotten
That's
really
great.
good about faking emotion.
One thing that I'm thinking about so your AI agent will read all of your past emails, learn your behaviors, and mimic how you would typically write, right? But let's say now you have this AI agent for a long time, and now it's only recognizing its own patterns. Eventually, like, you know how you've seen those things where you ask ChatGPT to replicate the same image 100 times without changing anything.
Oh yeah, and it
But
turns
by-
into a black lady.
Yeah, it's like by the end of
It just
it,
keeps
it's
changing.
so different.
Yeah, it's so different.
I would imagine that would happen too with these AI agents with their emails too.
Maybe. They're going to start to each other. They're like,
Yeah.
I copy myself now.
It just starts writing to your clients in ones and zeros.
Oh yeah.
Another thing I saw today on the internet, I saw a video of a guy doing like a whole demonstration of how ink flow affects shading depending on how far your needles are being thrown. And the comment section was like, you should burn in hell for this. You know, it was just like,
I think I know what
Really?
you're talking about.
yeah.
Okay.
And this guy is from Europe somewhere. I can't remember where he's from.
Is this the same guy with like the grain of the skin?
I don't think this is the same
Not the
guy.
skin grain guy that Gabe was having a.
Oh yeah, no.
No, I don't think it's the same guy. Yeah, I couldn't understand why. Like, what's like? I get it. You want to give out information, but why? But why?
Why give out information?
Yeah, why? Especially like really technical information. Why?
You think he's getting some ad revenue from views and comments? And
Probably.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe from
He probably feels good about all right, man, thanks so much for teaching me.
You're the best.
I mean,
You're such a great
You're such a
tattoo
not
artist.
gatekeeper.
Yeah. Sure, he gets
You're a
jollies
gate
off of that.
opener.
You're a gate opener. Lock the
You're a
gates.
gate
Put
opener.
a chain lock on it.
Fucking gate opener.
you think it's,
That's such a good. That's a good insult, dude. It's a good insult, non-insult.
yeah,
You fucking gate opener, bro.
dude, you're gaping that gate. Your gate is gaping.
You're keeping the gate, man. Oh no.
That's really good. You gate gaper.
Where do you find your I'm looking right at it. Never mind.
But I was like, oh man, like what's stop?
What's
Stop,
the point?
people.
Okay, probably like what some of those marketing gurus will say about like, oh, like give real value so that people come to you. Right?
That's right.
Give out real value.
He's like, I'm
for
going to
free.
create real value. I'm going to give
That's
it away, give
probably
it away
where it's
now.
going.
No.
I didn't look much into that guy. It seems like he does pretty decent work, though.
Yeah, if you look at his work, it looks decent. And then he was like, I'm going to make all this money by selling all these secrets.
Yep.
Maybe he's trolling those who are coming to him for the information the way that, like, didn't Sailor Jerry, like,
I don't
leave
know.
a bunch of
He's
messed
got
up
a,
stuff for people
No,
to
he's
look at,
given-
who are trying to reverse engineer what he was doing.
I think he has like a full course or Patreon course or something that you can sign up for and kind of just go look at all the
Yeah.
tat videos type deal.
We got Gunga hard tonight.
We got Ganga.
You got gungered. You got gungered.
I didn't know that was the second time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's wild.
Yep.
Second time last minute.
Cancels. I'm the same
What do
person.
you do if a client does that to you?
Cry. Die.
That's it. That's the end of our relationship.
That's the end of it.
That's the end of our client tatter relationship.
And do any of you know this person?
No.
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 So one of our previous guests, Chloe, Bugpin Bunny,
Oh yeah. How's she doing?
she's making some fun work, dude. Like she posted a flash sheet in progress of Larry David flash.
Oh,
There was like 2 designs on there so far. There was
Cool.
there was like Larry David as a spider, and then Larry David as like a naked Rapunzel, like a chick's body, boobs out.
David's-
Larry David's hairline, but like the male pattern baldness is just really long.
Oh my God.
And like Rapunzel-y, and breaking up the hair and intertwining the hair are bagels.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
That's really
and
funny.
the best caption. I remembered that I have free will.
Oh,
Getting a little tired of drawing Pinterest flash,
you can do what you
Some
want.
Larry
You can
Do what
do
you
what
want.
you want. But
but
man, there's a lot of things. This is straight up. There's a lot of things that I think might be funny or cool. And by all means, you're going to draw it and you can have fun with it. But there's shit that sells, man. Draw shit that sells.
hey, there's a market for it because I was like, hey, I'm thinking of getting one of those.
Of course, there's a market for anything, but also you like obscure things. Yeah, you're a man of obscure taste. So, but that's why I'm like, there's a lot of things that I'm like, dude, just, find what people like. And, Matt was talking about that last week where like, if you're not working, like draw the designs that people want nowadays, just because you got to make some money.
Yeah.
Someone wrote in the comment section of that post, and he was talking about this being recently. He's like, I used to write like early 90s hip hop beats. And then I realized those only sold in the early
90s. That's really good. That's really, really good. So it's like, it's, we all get nostalgic about different times in tattooing, but if you get stuck in those things, you're not, in tune to what the kids want these days.
Yeah.
You're going to get stuck with a bunch of designs that don't sell.
But on the same side of that coin, I mean, you should still draw it. I think that,
Yeah.
have fun with it. Just value your time also.
Value your time. I think that's like the biggest takeaway from that. If something, is going to take up so much time
Yeah.
that you're going to commit so much of your time to be productive to it and you're not going to get much out of it, then maybe it's not a wise use of your time.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know, we had 2 walk-ins coming to the shop a couple of days ago. They had some really nice work on them. They were asking to see the flash. So they're looking through it. And Dean, who also works here, was like, you guys tattooers? And they're like, yeah, from Mexico City. And I was talking to them too. And I was like, oh, well, if you want to see flash, I don't really have like all that much finished flash, but a lot of my things are rough sketches in my sketchbook.
And ideas,
so I
yeah.
ran down here, grabbed a pile of sketchbooks, ran up, and they're flipping through it. And they're like, oh, these are like good ideas. And I'm like, yeah, you know, I gotta just like put it out there. And you know what I've been thinking of doing is something that one of my favorite tattooers who, when you were asking me last time, what were some of your favorite tattoos? I should have mentioned this guy, Zach Black tattoos. Do you follow Zach?
I remember
Black?
his work. I remember it.
Super cool. And he made a reel on Instagram of a lot of his rough sketchbook stuff. And he's like, you know, I always get inspired the most by looking through other tattooers' sketchbooks and their rough ideas. And so, you know, if you see anything in here that you like, you know, they could totally be a tattoo design. And made a reel of that goes through really quickly. And then he made like a story highlight thing that's, you know, right under his bio, and where you can kind of look at each one thing that flashes by really quickly in the reel one by one. I'm like, oh, that's a good way to like just put at the flash or ideas that you have that you haven't spent the time to commit to it and like
Fully flesh it out.
yeah, that's a good way to get it out there and to know like what is going to sell and what people are attracted to, rather than investing all of the time.
Get feelers into it
a
for
bunch of stuff that, you know, might not be a hit. And I struggle with that. I have a lot of ideas, but tough time finishing something unless I know there's, you know,
a deadline, a client, like, you know, like
yeah.
you were saying something really good the other day. It was like, you know, you'll give as much time as you get. What did you say the other day? I'm gonna butcher it.
Oh, was it about the amount of time that you have for a task? And
Yeah.
I forget the name of this theory or this principle, but however much time you have to do a certain task, you're gonna fill up that space of time. Like, and even if you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna give myself an extra week to do this, you know, and I'll get it done when I'll have like a week before the deadline. Like, you're still gonna take up all that extra time.
That whole week.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're like, okay, like this will take me a week to do it, so I'll tell the client it'll be done in 2 weeks. So that way I get it done in a week and have like a week to coast. Like, it's gonna take you 2 weeks.
You're gonna do 2
You're
weeks.
just gonna fill up that or at least I do.
You think because of procrastination or because you're just going to spend that much more time on the piece?
I mean, for me, I put the pro in procrastination.
You're like, I still got another week.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty notorious with that.
That's why Matt can freehand his ass off. He's like, how about I draw that up right now?
Yeah, there was a period for like 2, almost 3 years where everything I did was just freehand because I'm like, I don't want to do homework.
Yeah, no one wants to do homework.
I think that working on that like kind of system almost becomes like a product of itself, right? Let's say you freehand a tattoo and it takes you, let's say you're doing something complex and it takes you like 3 to 4 hours, right? All of a sudden now you're going to tattoo that, and if you want to finish it that day, you're going to finish so late. And then if you have a tattoo the next day, you can't do your homework for the next day. So you're going to end up freehanding or working and do it the same day.
Yep.
And then that'll just keep going and going before you know you're tattooing at 3 a.m.
Yeah, that happens when you're booked out.
That happens when you're booked out.
Yeah. But when you got, books open for quite a while, then you can tattoo till like 3 or 4 in the morning and sleep almost all day the next day.
For sure. Or if you do, like in Nikki Simpson, she has a great system where she does 1 day on, 1 day off, 1 day on, 1 day off. That way she can actually give herself that day to
So she
prepare.
never tattoos 2 days in a row?
From what she said, no. I'm sure maybe in tattoo conventions she does that, but like
Yeah.
in her regular home schedule, she takes the next days off.
Yeah. That's cool.
It's nice to have a recovery day.
She's putting on a seminar with Eden on her like lady heads.
Yeah.
I would love to sit in on that.
Oh, for sure. For sure. She's so good at him.
Yeah.
And they have like, you know, she has her quality of lady faces.
Yeah.
So pretty.
Yeah.
Man, when Tim was here and he showed us that piece that she just did recently on his thigh,
Yeah.
I don't think you were here that day.
No.
Honestly, Nikki, if you're watching this, that was probably one of the best tattoos I've ever seen. Like, no shit.
And it wasn't even done yet.
It was not even done.
And now it's done. It looks freaking phenomenal. I was like, dang. Badass.
Nice. I got to see that now.
Yeah. Super, super good.
Yeah.
Do you have a photo of it?
No.
No, we didn't.
And she doesn't even have it. Like, there's nothing posted about it. At least there was.
No, she posted the finished.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, she posted the finished tattoo.
Did you post it
looks
on that episode? Oh, she posted it?
Yeah.
She posted it already. And
Sick.
it looks really, really good.
It's one thing to see a really impressive tattoo on Pinterest or Instagram or whatever, but when you see a really impressive tattoo in person, that makes you be like, holy fuck.
Goddamn.
Yeah. That's incredible.
Not that.
No,
Nope.
that one's black and gray.
Black.
Yeah,
I
it's
just
really
remember
good.
looking at those pearls, and every circle was perfect.
Perfect little circles.
It looked AI.
It looked AI done.
Are there pearls?
They're chains.
Yeah,
Chain link.
chains.
Oh, the chain link. Yeah.
That's what it was.
Speaking of chains,
Oh yeah, my ball and chain. Yeah, Matt helped me out with perspective on chains. I'm really glad you brought it up because we were talking about tracing stuff, and I obviously traced it. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that because it was exactly in my mind how I wanted it. But the way I approached it is that I warped like my chain links to make them more in the direction I wanted them. But you can tell right on the paper.
for those who haven't seen what we're
Oh
talking
yeah, I wish
about,
I wish I had a picture.
you had a drawing of a ball and chain from a couple years ago that you had done.
Yes.
And it was just like a, kind of
rough-
flat, like there was no perspective to it. It's a good tattoo design.
Tready kind of.
And
Yes.
he was redrawing it so that it would be foreshortened, so that the mace part of the chain is like the ball part is like coming at you, and then the chain links are going back in perspective.
Yeah.
And
So new school of you, Vega.
Oh, thanks. I try.
yeah,
Try to do some
to
cool
get
stuff.
it that way, he had like taken the distort tool in Procreate and kind of like
That won't
just
Yeah. I learned
work.
that.
That won't work.
yeah, and then just traced right over that, and I was like, I didn't know he did that. And I was like, did you use the distort tool?
Yep. He instantly he just looked at it. He was like, "Did you distort this?" I was like, "Yeah," and I warped it.
Smell the distortion.
I love the distort stool.
I love it. Yeah,
What do you use it for?
I'll let Matt finish and I'll give you guys like 2 ways that I use it.
It's good for some quick compositional edits, but for things that are like, not really organic, like chain links, that are trying to be like in perspective, like it's not going to give you the depth of taking like something that was drawn in a complete profile view, and now you're having it in like a 3/4 foreshortened
Right.
view. It's not gonna
Doesn't
add
make
the
the same.
information there, like AI probably.
It's not gonna know. AI.
AI does that now.
Yeah, it would.
There's
I bet
a
it
feature in
does.
Illustrator that does that now.
Damn. Okay.
So I was just showing him the other night, like how to think of drawing each of these links in perspective, going back and doing it.
And you know how to draw a box in perspective, right?
Oh yeah, I learned that with Matt.
Draw a box.
Yeah, and I actually did, like, as I was like relining what Matt helped me with, I actually on the side like did my own little like perspective just to practice it, to get an idea of it. Copied what he drew for me. Copied what I did as I was like redoing it, and gave it a whole new file just so I can just practice perspective and just build boxes up and just see where it goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, distortion's fun.
Distortion is great. So some of the ways that I use it. So the other day I actually used it when I was drawing a snake. So after I drew all the scales on the snake, I was looking at my reference photo, there was the picture of like the real snake. And all I had was the head. But there's a part on the snake where it goes from the head, and you could say that's the neck of the snake, right? It goes like head, and then just like a little bit, and then it goes into the body. So in this particular kind of snake, the part of the back of the head was like a little bit round. And when I looked at the photo of the actual snake, it was more bulby and it looked full. And then on my drawing, the part where it went from like that bulby part, right? There were scales there already, but the scales didn't have that like bulby feature of them. So all I did was like take my distort tool and I adjusted it to like,
Are you talking about liquefy?
oh, liquefy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And then I liquefied it, and then I used the liquefy tool to just open up those like that portion of like the scales where that's where it should be round. And I feel like, you know, even if you do, let's say, scales on a koi fish, which I've seen a lot of people make this mistake. They'll do the scales on a koi fish, but the koi fish is a round kind of object, but the scales are drawn very flat, right? And if you want to capture that kind of like, oh, this is a chubby koi, look at the shape of it, look at this round. All you got to do is be able to, if you use the right size of that like liquefy tool, you can expand those scales up in the parts where it should technically be expanding a little bit more. And then and as long as you can just use your eyes to make sure that it doesn't look exaggerated and that it looks just right, then you'll still keep. As long as you know how to draw a nice like scale pattern, then it'll have like those kind of like irregular but more natural feeling kind of changes of the shapes of the snake that it's moving around. And that was pretty cool. And then a lot of times when drawing like just features on something, you're like, oh man, that nose looks too big, or these eyes should feel a little bit more exaggerated. Like I'll use the liquefy tool to like kind of just pull things and make things look maybe a little bit more dynamic sometimes. And
that's cool. I hadn't really thought of using it all that much. But the way that you're describing it kind of reminds me of like sculpting in 3D, like with ZBrush, or mess around. It's a nice little time saver, but you're still calling out, you know, the changes that you want to make.
There's nothing automatic. It's just kind of like do that. But like I would think even for like the way that you approach things, Matt, like when you are and your painting layer and it's loose, you know, like you can use that tool to like kind of shift things around and kind of just like, because you're kind of pushing paint, you know? And like before you start kind of like nailing, I think like sometimes like I'll draw something and I'm like, oh man, that feels a little stiff. And sometimes like just using the liquefy tool and just dragging something or pulling something, all of a sudden like those lines, like sometimes if I draw a tiger and I want the tiger to feel like he's really like excited, you know, like about doing something, then just using that to just give everything just like a pull. And then I was like, oh, now it feels like it has action of like there's wind pulling it or something. But
you were drawing a sick tiger earlier too.
I was having fun drawing a tiger today this afternoon. I've been pushing myself to draw more things with the least amount of reference, which makes it take way longer.
Brain power.
Take way longer just using your brain bank of like the things you've seen and blah blah. I'm like, oh fuck.
I am awful at that. Just drawing off the top of my head.
It takes forever.
Yes, but also I feel like my memory bank is just fucked up. Like, the things that I think it looks like, it doesn't look like that in real life. Remember we were doing the horses? My horse looks like Spyro the Dragon.
Well, dragons are somewhat based on horses a little bit, so
Get away
maybe
with
there's
that.
something there.
You can just alter it, be like, it's a dragon now.
All right, what do you want to do? You want to call it a day?
I think we should call it. We got Ganga today.
We got Gunga.
We got Gangnam Style.
I feel like we should do an after show.
Yeah, we should do an after show. What should we pick? Well, I guess you'll have to go to the after show to see what we're talking about. But
Sign up to that Patreon if it's still there.
I asked ChatGPT today to give me a rundown of what all the blending modes actually do in Procreate.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So maybe we'll talk about that in the after show.
That's really good.
Sick.
See, I think there's so many good ways to use ChatGPT for art that isn't make it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like,
Explain what they do.
there's so many ways to use ChatGPT for art that isn't make it for me, and it'll push your work, to do a lot more things. And fuck.
All right.
All right, we'll talk about that in the after show.
Yeah. And if you don't want to get the after show, just ask ChatGPT what those things do. And you'll
I'll tell you, dude. All right, guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Sorry that we didn't have a guest as we normally do, but it was great to hang out with friends as always.
Yep.
Oh, as always.
Thanks for filling in the seats, guys.
Thanks, man.
Anytime.
And hopefully we get G Money back soon because he is missed.
Nothing, where you at?
If you guys like the podcast and want to support the podcast, the best thing you can do is please visit our sponsors. This podcast brought to you by Tattoo Smart, Tattoo Pro, and Steadfast Tattoo Supplies, and they're all great companies. Make sure that you check them out.
And one last thing is make sure that if you're going to use anything from Tattoo Smart, use the code HONEST25 to get 25% off all of your purchases.
Ooh, damn.
Ooh.
Pretty good.
All right, guys. See you next time. Take it easy.
Bye.
Peace.